So yesterday, Flamingo Land Resort posted a competition on their Facebook page. It says here, competition time. Here at Flamingo Land, we are launching a money can't buy competition. How do you fancy winning a VIP family pass to the launch day of our new tin Inversion Roller Coaster? To be in with a chance of winning the spine-tingling and hair-raising prize, all you have to do is select your answer to the question below and post either A, B, or C in the comments below with the hashtags #FlamingoLand and #NewRide. The competition closes at midnight on Sunday 11th of August, and the winner will be selected at random. The winner will be announced on Monday 12th of August. Good luck. And the question is, how much do you think the new roller coaster costs Flamingo Land to buy? And the only options are A, between 10 and 14 million, B, between 15 and 19 million, C, between 20 and 24 million pounds. And then we get an image, and it says it's just for illustrative purposes only. And that is an image from, a mock-up image, I guess, from the tin Inversion Intamin roller coaster that Flamingo Land is going to get. I had a look at all the different ones that exist, but I can't actually find one that's standing that is got this red track and white support. So I don't know if this maybe is some kind of Photoshop mock-up or something like that. I'm not sure how they've done that, but it does seem to be from that roller coaster, because you can see here this is the second corkscrew when the track returns, and then at the back you've got the barrel rolls. I think there's 4 in a row. This is the big loop. It definitely seems to be of that roller coaster to me, but it's not from one that's standing, so I don't know how they've done that. It doesn't matter. In any case, the roller coaster that we're talking about, of course, at Flamingo Lands, is rumored to be this one that was never built up at Hopi Hari, and basically that is a red track, but it's got yellow supports. Well, it's really surprising seeing those costs. That's the main thing, really, I was going to discuss in this video, because the lowest, of course, is between 10 and 14 million. Well, the rumors were that Flamingo Land Resort got this a lot cheaper than that. I've seen estimates as low as £1.5 million. I think it's probably more than that if you consider, it needs to be installed and preparation, and the station needs to be built. That's usually not always stuff that you get from a manufacturer and things like that from these roller coasters. So I would have thought you're looking at multiple millions for sure. But would it be as much as £10 million? I'm surprised to see that, unless it's not this one from Hopi Hari. Maybe they are getting it direct from Intamin. Is that possible? Let's go back to the Flamingo Land page. On RCDB, it does list that it is that one. Well, it says it's rumored to be that one, don't forget. So who knows? We'll see, I guess, what happens there. If this one ends up somewhere else, we definitely know it's not going to Flamingo Land, of course. But you can see, for example, on the Colossus page from Thorpe Park on Wikipedia, that there's a source where the cost was 13.5 million. Well, if it's still that cost, then obviously the answer would be A, and a lot of people have answered A. If it is a second-hand coaster that's just been sat somewhere for several years and it's just not been built, I very much doubt they would have been paying as much as that for that. I just can't imagine. I mean, don't forget, this is an off-the-shelf roller coaster. This is not something that's custom designed for Flamingo Land. If you look at something for the Swarm, that's a custom designed roller coaster. It's a big roller coaster, 2 large wing coaster trains for Thorpe Park, and that cost £20 million. Fair enough, it was 7 years ago, but still, you can kind of understand that. The land at Thorpe Park is a little bit tricky because it's all this land that's been won back from these lakes. So yeah, I can understand it's in that region. B&M is very expensive, big tracks, big supports, a lot of steel. Very expensive roller coaster. If we look at something like Phoenix, which is the same type of roller coaster, well, this is where things start to get a little bit interesting. On the Wikipedia page, it lists 13.5 million euros, but on RCDB it's got at 17 million. So there are some discrepancies around these costs. No one knows usually exactly how much these things cost, except for the parks, I guess, because don't forget, you need to consider the construction costs, the cost of the land, theming, anything like that. So something like Phoenix, yeah, I can understand that. 17 million, even if it's the higher estimate here, 70 million euros, the 15, 16 million pounds, something like that. Well, that's what we're talking about here. That's what Flamingo Land Resort is claiming. I can't imagine it costing as much as that, but yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. If we consider the likes of Troy, one of my favorite wooden roller coaster, it's a few years old now, 12 years old. At the time, it says here 6.5 million euros. It's not very much. However, Wicker Man, last year, Alton Towers, 16 million pounds. Icon widely reported that cost 16.25 million pounds. Again, it seems to come in the region of what Flamingo Land is claiming here. Can it be as much? I just can't imagine. Also, I really have to say, for the amount of money that they've spent, I would have, I would have really thought, you could easily get away with building a small wooden coaster. What's wrong with that? Look at Wood Express in France. 3 million euros, really not that much. The Gravity Craft smaller roller coasters don't seem to cost that much. Of course, it maybe doesn't look as extreme and as interesting to people, but the cost is so much less. I just don't think these figures are true. What are your thoughts on this? I think these are highly inflated figures. I really can't imagine that they're going to come back on Monday and say that the answer is B or C. I really would have thought, they'll say it's A. Who knows? We'll definitely follow this up. If they mention it's B or C, I'll definitely do a follow-up video to this, because I think they're exaggerating. The only way that I can imagine that this is right is that they actually got the roller coaster brand new from Intamin. It's definitely going to have new trains, lap bar restraints, and it's maybe just not that rumored one that's lying about from Hopi Hari in Brazil. I don't know. It could be that they are just saying it costs as much as that, even though they paid a lot less, just because they've maybe gotten a quote from Intamin saying, well, how much would that roller coaster cost if we bought it brand new today? Maybe they went, maybe they got that information for some kind of reason. Maybe they're looking at how much their assets will be and things like that. There might be all sorts of reasons why they got a quote for a brand new one, even though they went with this one from Hopi Hari and got that second hand at a much cheaper price. I'm guessing it could be something like that. There might be a reason why that is. Anyway, give me your thoughts. Do you think Flamingo Land Resort are exaggerating these costs for their new roller coaster? Do you think for that amount of money, if they are paying that, they should have gotten something else? Maybe they could have probably looked at something from B&M or something like that, I think. And do you think Flamingo Land Resort needs a wooden roller coaster? I really think that would suit their lineup with the amount of steel ones they've got. And as I said, there seems to be ones being built around Europe that really don't cost that much. They're between the region of sort of 3 million and less than 10 million, even the big ones. But anyway, give me your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.